And this guy, David Cloud, his website's a huge website. I don't know if it's as popular as it used to be now that there's other options. But he wrote a whole book about yours truly called What About Steven Anderson? And I didn't read the whole book, but in fact, I read very little of the book. But there's one page of the book that was just hilarious to me, okay? Because I read the table of contents, and they're against us because we're wrong on the Jews, and we're wrong on the tribulation, and we're wrong on the repentance, just the typical stuff you'd expect them to bring out. But this one little chapter heading, and I noticed this chapter is only 1 page long. It kind of just jumped out at me. It was called The Fruit of Andersonism. The Fruit of Andersonism. And I was really interested to read what was on that page. That's pretty much the only part of the book that I read was this one page. But it said, The Fruit of Andersonism, and I was thinking to myself, what could he possibly put on that page? Because, what is this fruit, this bad fruit of my ministry? Because if you're going to write a whole book attacking someone, if you're going to write 300 pages attacking someone, or however many pages the book is, if you're just going to declare someone this dangerous heretic, you're going to have to point to some kind of a bad fruit. Or some kind of a reason that, hey, this guy is preaching damnable heresy. Or this guy, it can't just be your view on Israel. Or your interpretation of Bible prophecy. So I'm like, what is he going to put as the bad fruit of Andersonism? I'm just going to read you the whole page because it's not very long. And you tell me if this is prating with malicious words. I'm going to read you the whole page here, page 7 of the book. The fruit of Andersonism. The error that Steven Anderson is spreading via his ministry is no light matter. And then he has these bullet points. It will rob you of the blessed hope. So this is the list of all the really scary things about listening to Steven Anderson. You know what's going to happen to you? You're going to be robbed of your blessed hope. So basically, all these people in all these independent Baptist churches, they all are just so happy and so hopeful, and they're just looking forward to the second coming of Christ, and then Pastor Anderson just comes in and just rains on their parade with doom and gloom. Sorry, buddy, not so fast. You're sticking around here for the tribulation first. You thought you're just going to beam me up, Scotty, before anything happens. Guess what? You're staying a little longer than you thought, buddy. So I guess what he's accusing me of is like over-preparing people. Because think about it. What if we're wrong about the tribulation and all of a sudden the pre-tribulation rapture happened? That would just be a pleasant surprise. Which, by the way, the chances of that are 0. That's not a maybe. So don't get your hopes up. It's a 0. Okay, what if they're wrong? If they're wrong, then they have basically failed to prepare for the hardest time that anyone has ever faced that they're going through, and it's going to catch them totally off guard and totally throw them for a loop. Think about that. I heard one pre-trib preacher say, just rack up the credit cards and let the devil pay for them because the rapture is coming. And he was kidding, but he said, who cares about, paying off your debts and stuff? We're going to be out of here anyway. There's a little truth in every joke there. It's going to rob you of the blessed hope. Say it isn't so. This page reads like a horror movie. But here, okay, so number 1, it will rob you of the blessed hope. Number 2, it will take away from you the key to understanding Bible prophecy aright, which is the consistent, normal, literal method. Okay, so basically, here's what he's saying. Here you are in church, right? Mr. Pre-Tribber. And let's say this represents, this purple little notebook here, this represents the normal literal method of interpretation. Okay? Oh, it's a Kindle, thank you. Okay. And basically, she's got her normal literal method of interpretation, and she's just all blessed, hoped up, and ready to roll, and ready to be beamed out before anything happens, any moment. And Pastor Anderson's just like, I'm going to take that away from you. Now you're not going to understand anything. But you know what's funny? You know what's funny about that, though, is that if you talk to anybody who's pre-trib, they're pretty confused about Bible prophecy most of the time, and they can't explain it to you without a lot of training. Even these pre-trib pastors have to bring in a specialist to even explain it to their people usually. They have to go to the Witch of Endor, Sam Gipp, and bring him in to explain it. And the thing is, the thing that you'll hear consistently from people is that once they figure out that they were wrong about the pre-trib rapture, it all just starts making sense. And it all falls into place. It will take away from you the key to understanding Bible prophecy aright, which is the consistent, normal, literal method. Okay, that's point 2. Point 3. It will carry you into the dark forest. It's going to carry you into the dark forest. I'm reading this. This is what it says. I mean, it's like, why are you writing a 300-page book against an independent, fundamental, King James only, soul-winning Baptist church that loves the Lord, that serves the Lord, that reaches people, that's winning souls to Christ, that's leading a soul-winning revival all over America and all over the world? It's like, well, because, it's robbing the blessed hope, and, people don't understand prophecy as much, and, it takes you to a dark forest. Here's what it says. It will carry you into the dark forest of Catholic Protestant allegorical interpretation. What in the world? Sounds scary. Okay, number 4. It will separate you from sound Bible preachers whose supposed error is to be dispensationalists. It'll separate you from the dispies. I mean, first of all, I don't even separate from everybody who's a dispensationalist unless they're just a total, off the deep end, hyper-dispensationalist, Ruckmanite type. But he says it'll separate you from sound Bible teachers whose supposed error is to be dispensational. Does any of this sound like a biblical reason for separation so far? Okay, the next point. It will unsettle your thinking about prophecy and set you on a path to confusion. Okay, so here's Sophia here. She's sitting in the front row. She's settled on prophecy. I mean, she's just got her blessed hope, and she's just like, it could be right now. She's just waiting for that trumpet to sound. She's all settled. And I'm like, all right, get up. Get up. Here, would you like some candy? All right, now here, come on. I'm going to take you to a place called confusion. Come on, keep going. No, come on. We're going into a dark no, come on. Oh, wait, the tree's not here. I want to take you into a dark forest of confusion. All right, go ahead and have a seat. We're more than halfway done with the page. Let's keep going. Next, it will yoke you together with, but then he has to stop himself, or at least put you in communication with, and make you sympathetic toward heretics and nutcases, including church fathers. Now look, I don't know about you, but I haven't been put in touch with any of the church fathers because I think they all died like over 1,000 years ago. Sophia, let me put you in touch with the church fathers, all right? You want to type this into your cell phone here? I got a number for you to call up. What's that guy's name that was the really... No. What was that? What was the guy who had the really hardcore quote in Marching Design? John, yeah, here, let me give you a speed dial for John Chrysostom. Sophia, I want to put you in touch with them, or at least kind of make you sympathetic toward him. church fathers, haters of the rapture, and rabid anti-Jews. Here, Sophia, let me introduce you to the KKK. Come on, Sophia. Here, let's go watch David Duke for a while, Sophia. Come on. I mean, is this stuff crazy? And then it will carry you into a wilderness. So once you've passed through the dark forest of allegorical interpretation, you're going to end up in a wilderness of wild-eyed conspiracy theories. Have you seen the video of Building 7 collapse, little Sophia? Do you know who the second gunman was on the grassy knoll? Do you? And lastly, it will cause division in churches. Not all division's wrong, of course, as both truth and error can cause division. But, so why am I making this point again? Oh, but we're talking about unholy division caused by error. I mean, look, that's it. That's it. This is the fruit of Anderson. It's not like, hey, it's sending people to hell. Hey, he's teaching a false gospel. Hey, he's denying Christ. Or, hey, he's teaching fornication or drunkenness. No. It's just, he'll rob you of your blessed hope. He'll take away the way we interpret the Bible. He'll take you into another interpretation that we don't have. He'll tell you that I'm a dispensationalist. He's going to unsettle the thinking about prophecy that we taught you. He's going to make you sympathetic toward people that we don't like. He's going to get you into conspiracy theories that we don't believe in, and he's going to cause division because, you're going to start believing truth. That's it. That's the list. It's right here. I just read you the whole thing. That's the scary fruits of Anderson. You know what this is? Prating against us with malicious words is what this is. There's no substance. None of these bullet points is anything concrete. None of it makes any sense. All of it's just, well, he's bad because he doesn't agree with us. He's bad because we don't like him. He's bad because he has a different interpretation of prophecy than us. And he's bad because you might win some KKK member to the Lord. And listen to me. The KKK is wicked. With their grand wizards and grand masters and their racism and their garbage. It's of the devil. All secret societies are of the devil. The KKK is as wicked as hell. But you know what? If I can win somebody to Christ from the KKK, I'll do it. If I can win a Mormon to the Lord, I'll do it. If I can win anybody to the Lord, if I can win a Muslim or a Jew or a Hindu, I'll do it. But that's prating against us with malicious words. Why? Because they don't like the fact that somebody is out there doing something for the Lord and they're not. That's what they don't like. That's what it comes down to, folks.